I'll use the mic only, just for. I'll do this. Sorry.
Is it okay if I record?
What?
Record?
If you want.
All right.
That's fine.
All right.
Okay, sorry. Okay. So I also want to say that I don't identify as a poet in any way, shape, or form. I'm just going to happen to be reading poetry that I have written. Anyways, all right. So, today I passed a tailor whose sign said, "We alter everything." I wanted to stop and say, and ask, can you change the way we hate? I wished he could mend the hearts torn apart by the seeds of animosity and weave a new pattern into this madness we call home. Excuse me, sir. Can you rearrange the fragments of my DNA that made those doctors call me female? Or maybe you could mold, wait, no, that's a sculptor. How about just fold the arms of this garment so that instead of this crucifix, I'll go hands crossed and not get lost in lunacy. Can you tell the one I love that every kiss is with me, like the stitch that you sewed into my pants when they didn't fit? But now they're snug, and all the love I gave to her, and stood confused when things went south. No kiss upon this mouth has laid, except those by the ones that I can't even remember their name. And she was just the same as everyone else. I can't remember. Remember the night that I woke up by your side and you awoke to an email describing you as an angel and telling you that there was no other place I would rather be than right here. Where I failed to mention that this sleeplessness is the best one I've ever had. But now your name seems to creep into my thoughts and crawl across times lost, making me forget the bad times, pretend like everything was my fault, because it always is. So it seems that all I have to say, again, is I'm sorry. And that piece doesn't have any title. But I'm also going to read this other piece that I don't remember writing, but I had it on my computer, so yeah. It's called Shades. Sounds emo. I probably wrote it like at 3 in the morning. So let's see. Tile? Okay. Let's bring it back. Okay. I look in the mirror and say, shit, I look like a tranny today. Stop. Grab a sweater, keep it moving. Stop. Grab a sweater, keep it moving. Because the second I hesitate will be too long. Now, don't get me wrong. It's not that tranny ain't beautiful. But I'm shooting more for masculine. My friend says, you have a pretty face. And it's not to erase the good intentions, but immediately it's the complicated calculator takes it in and it starts getting translated into tienes una cara bonita. And every single one of those words has to end in an A because they are feminine. And the words aren't the problem now. It's that no matter how you spin that in Spanish, you have to put an A at the end of those words because they're, again, feminine. And you have to choose one way or the other, but these choices just simply reflect each other. So you take it or you leave it, but that's a binary, which for a lot of us is very, very scary. And generally, I refuse to label and disable my ability to choose. I'm not pink or blue. I skew statistics. I'm more like magenta, or maybe some turquoise, or even purple for that matter. And instead of rocking the boat, fuck that boat. You know what? I am a different boat. Preferably the stern. But let's just learn to cease and desist, resist, and exist. Yeah. Thank you.
Can somebody tell me, you're so tall,